What's going on, YouTube traders, investors? Today we're taking a closer look at Pfizer, ticker symbol PFE. And as you can see behind me, it's all about the pills. Let's get into it. Before we get in the video, there's gonna be a link in the description below for Robinhood. If you use that link to sign up, you get a free stock, I get a free stock, it's all good. And you stand a chance of getting a stock like Slack, Uber, Beyond Meat, Ford, Energy Transfer, CenturyLink, and many more. The best part about it's totally free. You don't pay a dime to buy or sell stocks. Options are also included. Please use that link in the description below. It'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you in advance. All right, here we are on the 180-day chart of ticker symbol PFE, Pfizer. We're in the thinkorswim platform, awesome platform. But we're just gonna go ahead and talk a little bit about Pfizer. If you know anything about Pfizer, they develop and manufacture healthcare products, mainly medicines and vaccines and stuff like that. Stuff that people take to stay alive or to help deal with illnesses and stuff like that. As you can see, they were range bound here for a while. Probably high 30s to mid 40s until this day right here. Let's talk about the 29th of July when they reported earnings. Their earnings were a beat on the EPS. They were, I think they came in at 80 cents per share with an expected 77 cents. They came in a little light on revenue. I think they came in at 13.26 billion and they were expected to get like 13.3 something billion. Anyway, it was doable. But the main thing that caused this big downturn was their guidance. They lowered their guidance for the rest of 2019, which if you look at the healthcare sector has been on a downtrend anyway. They probably knew this was coming, you know? But we can look at this from this high right here to this low. They dropped, let's pull it up. I want to say it's about 18 something percent. 23%. 23% from that high. This is in 180 days. 23, almost 24%. So that's a big dip. And the main reason I'm doing this video on Pfizer is because of the dividend. They pay almost a 4% dividend. And this looks like this stock is coming back. And I'm gonna point some things out. We're gonna jump to the 3-year chart. I had to go back a little ways to see exactly what's going on here. But as you can see, right here at about 34 and some change, there was a lot of consolidation right here and it bounced every time about $34, a little above $34. If you go back even a little further, back here, this was in 2017, had a lot of resistance, hit that resistance, and then finally broke through, went up and it came back down to the support of about $34 and some change. And right now, as you can see, this right here is where it bounced. And it looks like it's going up again. And I mean, this company, I wouldn't get in this company if you're just getting in for the short term. You get in Pfizer for the dividend and a long-term play. I believe that this stock is headed back up. Like I said, we hit that support at around 34 and some change. Now we're on our way back up. We're gonna jump into some news real quick and that's gonna conclude this video. I want to do a quick video on a stock that I think could make you some money. Here we are on a Yahoo Finance article that I thought was a pretty good article talking about Pfizer. It says Pfizer down 11.5% since last earnings report. Can it rebound? And it goes on to say, a month has gone by since the last earnings report for Pfizer. Shares have lost about 11.5% in that time frame, underperforming the S&P 500. And it goes on to say, will the recent negative trend continue leading up to next earnings release, or is Pfizer due for a breakout? I think that they are due to continue going back up. I think companies get penalized way too hard for lowering their guidance and missing their earnings by a little bit, you know, the estimates. I think it got hammered quite a bit. I think it's due to come back. Pfizer is probably the biggest drug manufacturer, healthcare entity out there, and I don't see it staying down for an extended period of time. They go on to talk about the earnings, what I talked about when we was on the chart. Performance of key drugs. This is what I found out that was a pretty good sign of where Pfizer's going. Ibrance, which is a drug they have, revenues rose 27% year over year to 1.26 billion. On a continued strong uptake in developed Europe and Japan, as well as in certain emerging markets, and consistent growth in the United States. That's a plus. Xeljanz sales rose 36% to 613 million, driven by continued growth in rheumatoid arthritis. There's another plus. Global Prevnar 13 revenues declined 3% to 1.18 billion. Prevnar 13 revenues declined 10% in the United States, reflecting decreased government purchases for pediatric indication and continued decline in revenues for the adult indication. So, not so good there. There were a few of these that declined. Zecroli sales rose 2% to 133 million. Revenues from the biosimilars portfolio grew 20%. So basically what there is, if you've been watching the stock market, you know about Pfizer. You know they're a drug manufacturer. They're discovering new drugs all the time. So I don't see a company this big, almost a mega cap, right at the mega cap market cap of almost 200 billion. This company's not going anywhere, and they pay a 4% dividend. So, matter of fact, we're going to jump over to FinViz real quick. And before we do, this 2019 guidance, it just talks about how they lowered their guidance. But I think what this is due to is healthcare. If you look at healthcare, healthcare has been trending down, and this is part of the healthcare sector. So it's going down too, but I think it's found the bottom, and we're trending up now. Keep your eye on it. If you like dividends, this is a good dividend play, a pretty safe dividend play, and you're getting it at a good price. Let's jump over to FinViz. Here we are on finviz.com. Here's the daily chart. Basically what I showed you on thinkorswim. Shows them hitting that bottom. They got a trend line here, hitting the bottom, almost doing a double bottom and starting to pull back up, and this is where I think it's going. Like I showed you on the 3-year chart, we're right there. There was support and resistance right there. It had been used several times. So we're going to check out this dividend. That's pretty much going to end this video. As you can see right here, over a 4% dividend yield. So they pay $1.44 per share divided over 4 quarters. I think you're getting a good deal, a good dividend, and they've got a target price of 42. It's sitting at 36. So this right here just shows you the sentiment of where they think this stock is headed. That's going to conclude this video. Thank you for watching. If you like the content I provide, please subscribe, like the video. It helps a lot, and hit that bell for future notifications. See you in the next video.